crib today watching some of my old highlight videos from Europe, and first thing I started thinking about was the adjustment that I had to make on the footwork, because in America we're used to just being able to jab and go, where in the European game that's a travel. So I remember when I first showed up, I was getting the ball and I just jab and attack, and I'm getting to the basket easy. And my teammates were, screaming at the coach saying, "Coach, that's a travel, that's a travel." And I didn't understand why. One of the first things that we need to learn to be better at, especially if we plan on going to the European game, is understanding their rules. So in our game, we'll catch the ball on the wing and we'll jab and we're gone to the basket. Over there, it's a travel. So what we need to learn how to do is we need to learn the cross step. So the cross step is simply, I get the ball, I have to jab this way and I have to cross over this way with my feet. So as I get the ball, I jab, I cross, I'm gone. I get the ball, I jab, I cross. That is what is legal footwork in the European game. One of the things that I got good at doing after I learned the footwork and understood the footwork is I would start putting the ball on the ground first, kind of with like a little rocker step. When I would catch the ball would go straight down, and then I can get into it. I catch it here, I rock it, and then I'm gone. So that's another good move that we can work on to help us be better in the European game. With the kids, it is very important that we teach them the European footwork because it's much more fundamental. So with the kids, we should be teaching them to cross their steps. Kobe Bryant was the master of this footwork, where he would hit the ball and he'd have you and he'd jab you up and he'd cross his step, and then once he got you on his body, he would press by. That's what we should be teaching the kids right now, in my humble opinion, because it serves them better with their footwork. And I'll be the first to tell you that was my go-to right there, is to just jab and go, because I was a quick, athletic, slippery player. But as I started getting older, I started to realize the importance of being able to use my body more. So with that being said, the jab and the cross step allowed me to play a much more fundamental, slowed down game, which is also an important aspect. So don't just spend all our time focusing on one. Let's focus on both. Let's make our kids the best players that they can be, both athletically and fundamentally. I'm pretty sure if you ask most American players who are playing overseas, when they first got there, what was one of the hardest things that they had to adjust to on the floor? I'm not talking about off the floor, learning languages and learning how to order your food. I'm talking about on the floor. Most American players will tell you that the hardest thing to adjust to was the footwork over there. They're getting called for travels early on until they learn that the step and go, or just getting the ball, ripping through and going, is a travel. So we have to learn that the rip through is still something that we can utilize over there. We just have to know how to use the proper footwork. Make sure you go to ballinbasketball.net, check it out. Get ready, kids. Get ready, parents. It's gonna be big.
Sí, a the screen on the screen.